let's see if it was me and now now the notification appears.
I'm a little bit speechless. Very little bit speechless right now. There's a lot I want to say, but I don't.
Hey, he's your world champion. I mean, all this is on you.
You might need to make
I'm going to
a
have
different
some
video.
words. There's going to be some words to be had.
Unless it's words of praise, I don't think
Where's
he's
the
going to
stream?
care much.
Oh, well, I think if he wants to keep his job, he's going to listen.
I don't think he's going to care.
So I can get another chance.
Because the first video ended
Okay.
and you might have to make...
Oh,
in
yes, I
any case,
can.
ladies and gentlemen, let's have Michelle Curtis, the introduction for our next match.
Let me see. How come I'm not seeing it?
This next contest is set for one fall.
Oh my god.
Are we... Can people hear us? I don't know if people can hear us.
No one's saying anything. They can hear us.
First, from the town of Resolve,
Okay, good, they can hear us.
He is the best in the world, the Full Metal Alchemist, Edward Elric.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the more controversial names in virtual wrestling.
All right, we got a live stream.
Indeed.
Heading
One of the
heading
most
into the latter portion of 2018.
And one of the most accomplished superstars in virtual wrestling. Just look at the accolades he's done.
How you say
Longest
that?
reigning
Eddie, you should turn the
SCW
volume on that.
champion.
Like, way a lot more
Held
down.
every single champion in that promotion.
Because every time you,
He's the current-
It's gonna be kind of hard to commentate over our own commentary.
Sometimes.
Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us just now, I'm MTBDHK here with Eddie Mack, WWE Universal Champion of Earth 1610. Gnarly Charlie Anderson, and whoever else is going to be joining us in this live stream today. I'm pretty sure the Blackest of Toast, John Blackhouse, is lurking somewhere in the distance.
He's probably, who knows?
But Mr. WWE Universal Champion of Earth 1610, you are quite familiar with the history of Virtual Wrestling Night over the past year, aren't you?
I am a little bit familiar with it. Yes.
Yes.
I don't. I as I like to say, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I know a little bit about a little bit. But yeah, as I've gotten to know you guys for the past few months, yeah, it's been quite the experience you guys have gone through, and you guys are putting on some exciting stuff, and I hope that we can keep it going. If we're being honest, because yeah.
Oh yes, I'm looking at the stream now, and I see that we're doing the Matt Federo Edward Elric match from
WFS, ECW,
Wicked Worlds.
Wicked Worlds. Yeah. Oh boy.
But yeah, for anybody wondering, yeah, I'm okay. That was kind of what my ass last night on Revolution 25. Wasn't fun.
As much as I hope you're okay, I hope Doc is okay after he got hit with that baseball bat.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm sure Doc is okay compared to me.
I don't think the doctor's order was fine after that.
Oh.
When is it not fine though?
I don't know. You got. I don't know. You got
When is
guys
it
saying.
not fine? When is it fine? We don't know.
Got guys saying it's not fine.
You gotta check the fine print.
Uh,
And usually...
I saw what you did there.
God damn.
This was interesting. One of the reasons this matchup came to be, sort of behind the scenes, was because of the reviews of Jake the Jobber.
Huh.
For those who don't know, he's a Facebook reviewer, and he one of the top two people who he reviewed was because one of the top two people he ranked were Edward Elric and Matt Farrow.
Huh.
So in a sense, this is that's...
And given the past year these two, Elric and Farrow, have had,
Oh, they
probably only a matter of time before they met on a crossover show.
was this during again I don't know a lot about, but a little bit. This was during the time Edward Elric was running around like
yeah.
from one league to another, right?
Yeah, that was during this. Yeah.
But of course, we had a bit of technical difficulties earlier with
we
with the TPG, with not just the stream but the TPGW preseason show. It's being re-uploaded right now though, so hopefully it'll be up soon. But for those of you who haven't watched it, we announced another match for Prestige, and that's Celeste Mira versus Kitty White, as well as the Vault Tech Wrestling Federation block.
Oh, nice.
Match you now.
Oh,
Catch all that on youtube.com /MTB
Oh. Hey, guys.
Once the video's back up.
Guess who just tweeted?
Who just tweeted?
Akira Yokomura.
Ah!
Oh no.
Oh, wait. Oh, here it is.
What has she got to say?
Oh
God. Scared to find out now.
If you're in the stream, if you're in the stream, you're the only ones that are gonna know. Also, if you follow Akira on Twitter, you will also be among the only ones in it.
If you watch the stream, once it's available.
God, I'm looking at it.
Well, here it is, from less than a minute ago. Since you don't want to come to us, we'll come to you. We will be at VW United Prestige 2, one way or the other or another. We won't say when, not one word spoken, and Terra, we will call you out even if we have to destroy Thanos ourselves. We will get what we want. Oh dear!
Oh God, that's scary.
Did we just get Akira versus Terra?
Who knows?
We,
Who knows?
might have. Maybe.
That's gonna be...
Should we go ahead and announce it? If Akira says Akira versus Terra is on, then Akira versus Terra is on.
I don't want to argue with the lady.
Cause yeah,
Especially
Death Wish waiting to happen.
Especially the ladies who refer to themselves in the fourth person. Who is this we?
Didn't respond at all.
Yeah, she.
Yeah, not even.
Akira's been like poking for a fight with Terra for quite a while.
Yeah, that's been...
Hunter Banks seems to have a theory. He says he thinks she's referring to Ashra.
Probably not. We're in there specifically.
I mean, anything's possible, I guess.
I'm guessing we'll have to wait and see.
Indeed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm turning this up a bit. I mean, we don't want to get the people dead air.
Too much time there.
No, reversal.
Picking him up.
Irish whip.
Oh, man.
In the corner goes Matt Farrell. Look at
Ow.
Elric.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
You just got the biggest smile on your face.
The cover.
By the way, every match you see on the stream, you can see on the youtube.com/virtual wrestling united channel, which I believe is the channel you happen to be watching right now.
Well, I've just gotten word that downtown Jason Brown has arrived after a delay on his flight.
Oh, fantastic.
I was gonna say, where?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Ah, good. Good to see you, Jason.
Yeah, American
Good to see
Airlines.
you, man. I know how it feels, dude. I know how it feels.
Well, better you than me, I guess.
So, what has been discussed so far?
Well, apparently Kira has called Tara out.
Oh Jesus!
She says she's gonna be their Prestige. She's gonna call Tara out.
I mean, we've been seeing these
Yeah,
tweets
yeah, no one's gonna try to.
from Akira for a very long time now. She's been calling out, Tara for it seems like weeks now.
Yeah.
And Tara has not responded at all.
Tara hasn't responded, but you know what? It might as well. It practically is official, which that officially makes 20 matches at Prestige, I believe, at the official Prestige 2 card.
If it happens.
The 20th match is Akira Tara.
Woo! Oh Lord.
Kitty Celeste, Akira Tara, John Blackhouse, Kenny Omega.
If Tara shows up.
That's a big if she shows up.
Well, Akira's determined to make that meeting with Tara happen one way or the other, come hell or high water, even if they have to destroy Thanos themselves. Her words.
Yeah. And when she says something like that, scary.
Edward going full skins on this one.
He's feeling it.
But yeah, if that match does happen, sweet
Matt Farrell could.
Lord Almighty,
Now, Edward Elric. Oh, here we
batten
go.
down the hatches.
Alchemy.
I think you're gonna need more than that.
That's
Listen.
it. Game over.
That's gotta do
1,
it.
2, 3.
No!
What?
He got the shoulder up.
How?
I think it's time to discuss some of the bigger matches on the
Face to the ref.
card. So
Edward Elric giving a mouthful to Brett Chan.
Indeed. Well, while we're waiting for some more people to get in the building
Oh, here we
for
go
this
again.
pre-show,
Another
Oh,
Elric.
for the countdown show.
That's
But
the
let's
second
go
one.
ahead and discuss. Let's go ahead and discuss the possibility of John of the outcome of John Blackhouse versus Kenny Omega.
one way or another, that's gonna be an instant classic, no doubt about that. If John Blackhouse is able to do what many people can think or have been saying is the unthinkable, if he's able to beat Kenny Omega, just think what that's going to do for his career. Be able to say, "Hey, I beat Kenny Omega."
Here's the thing, though. Blackhouse is not going to come into that match 100%. Remember, he kind of took an ass whooping last night at Revolution 25.
That's true. And if I remember, and if I'm not mistaken, this isn't the first time these two have fought. Remember back to the Most Wanted tournament, I believe Omega beat Blackhouse there.
No, yeah, he did. In fact, I don't even think it's even the second time because they fought in the pay-per-view at the Mega event Most Wanted.
That's right. Which again, Kenny Omega came out victorious. So Blackhouse doesn't really have all that great of a record against the cleaner.
0-2 is not good.
Probably looking to change it.
I mean, Kenny's probably looking, no pun intended, pun intended, to clean sweep Blackhouse here.
Ha ha.
But I think with Blackos, he's looking at those 2 past losses, and he's probably looked at the tapes. He's probably studied them. He's probably been that's probably all he's been doing. He's just been studying those matches, been studying Kenny Omega's matches, and try to find those weak spots in Kenny's offense.
Because he's gonna go into that.
By the way, Savage Master answering, are we sure Kira's ready for Terra? Yeah. Is that even a question?
You don't even know what Kira.
Look, I've watched enough Akira footage to know. The question is Terra ready for Akira? My guess is no, considering the radio silence coming from Terra's end in the last month and a half. I mean, if you're not gonna fight Akira, I don't blame you. But
Whoa, hey, hang on! Look who's joined us here on the panel. JC Wolf has arrived.
Let me just mic up.
I'll be damned. Surprise.
Yes, JC Wolf has arrived. How are we doing, guys?
We're doing pretty well today. How you today, JC?
You know what? Mixed feelings, mate. Mixed feelings. I'm excited for Prestige because I know JCPW has got a packed card, and I can't wait for the whole world to see JC Wolf and his faction, because I think that's one thing that you guys haven't seen. You've not seen my little group of friends that I take around with me in JCPW video.
That's certainly true. We haven't.
Well, you get introduced to, in my opinion, the greatest faction in virtual wrestling. You get to see BK4, as it's called. Bullet Click for Life.
Yes, that's right. But JC, you also said you also sound like it's a double-edged sword. Why is that?
I'm gonna go. I know this is probably where I know we're talking about Prestige, but I think Jeff definitely got to get something with regards to that immature, disrespectful little. Oh, sorry, are we keeping this PG?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are. You can let loose.
Right, arrogant piece of trash, little dickhead known as Mikey freaking Truth.
Uh-oh.
Now, well, I don't think the issue was with Mikey Truth. There is an issue with Mikey Truth now because, for him to say, that I go around saying I am the past. I know I'm the past. I've always been the past. I'll always be the present. I'll always be the future. But that's the thing. I am the future, not because not only is he got lucky. It was my own mistake that cost me that match. I should be beating Ray Gettis up. I should have gone for the next run. I should have beaten Ray Gettis. Should have gone to the final. Picked up that title. A title which I don't think I've actually held in CCL yet, and I want that title.
Well, you want to talk about matches you're in? Let's talk about the TPGW Prestige Festival block.
Yes.
You're going to be in that one as well, and you will be competing in the final round of the Resurrection World's Finest Tournament against the Savage Jamal Bedlam.
Oh, Bedlam, yes. Do you know what? I totally forgot about this guy. That's why that's how irrelevant he really is.
Ooh.
Hey,
speaking of Jamal, I am getting some messages from him. I'm not quite sure what it says.
Hello, boys.
He's here. Oh no, he walked in the door.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Savage Jamal Bedlam
and
my current
VWU
Iverson.
Have fun.
I only have about 3 things to say, and I'm gonna make them quick.
Well,
1,
you know what?
Thanos is gonna get his ass kicked. 2, JC over here is gonna find out very quickly that you don't make the mistake of being in the ring with a man that has a lethal headbutt as dangerous as mine. And 3, I'm winning that finest tournament.
Right. So Jamal, let's get things right. Okay, now you're lucky the fact that you've got several people sat just in between us, because for a fact all it's going to take at that final round, all it's going to take in the final round of that tournament is one knee to that weak jaw of yours. Let's be honest, mate. It's not going to hold up. One knee, bang, out, done. You want to finish it quick? Okay, I'll make a prediction right now. I'll end this match within the 5 minutes.
I'll do you one better. I'll drop you in less than 3.
You know what? Let's put a wager on it. You drop me in 3, I'll put up a bit of money for you. Let's put a bit of a wager on. Let's add something a little different to Prestige, because obviously it's all about the wrestling, and it's all about the companies that have been involved with VWO. But how about we do one better? Whoever wins that match, not only wins the match, wins the tournament, we'll put some money on it. Right, I'm one of the richest men. I'm one of the richest men in virtual wrestling. So,
how much you gonna put on it?
We'll let you so how about we let the guys decide?
Gentlemen, I hate to interrupt, but I'm getting a text message from someone who you both should be concerned with, and that's the actual TPGW World Champion that whoever wins will face, possibly, and that is Matt Farrow.
Well, where's Matt Farrow? See, Matt Farrow's another superstar. Where the hell is he? If he's the TPGW World Champion, he should be representing his company, not texting you. I made the effort to come here. I've been busy promoting my company. I've been busy promoting JCPW. I've been busy promoting our great matches that we've got coming up for VWU. Where's Matt Farrow? Oh, sat in his ass and jack shit.
He's off taking care of somebody. He's off taking care of the anarchists.
Well, here's the thing. He's texting from the hallway. The text messages. He's walking up to the room right now.
Oh boy!
Bring him in. Let's do it. You know what? This little swallow just got a lot.
Okay. Come on, let's keep it civil. Keep it civil.
Look.
I mean, JC might not be able to keep it civil, but
is this thing on? Is this thing on?
Loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the TPGW Heavyweight Champion, the Hardcore King of Kings, Matt Farrell.
So, as all of you guys know, I'm going to be fighting Duncan during the TPGW Prestige Festival. And yeah.
Well, that lasted. Probably lasted too long in bed. But that's another thing.
Wow, you just don't know when to shut up.
Right, don't shut.
Yeah, let's see. And let's see. First of all, I beat Duncan in Call Star 6, so that's going to be not a walk in the park, but it's going to be something I'm definitely going to come through. After that, I don't give a damn which one of you two or how much money you two want to put up in this thing, because there's no amount of money in the world that'll buy you this championship off of me, because I am the Hardcore King of Kings. I am the face of TPGW, and you boys aren't at my level.
Once I beat Mr. Triple Crown Champion over here, I will be.
Triple Crown Champion, bitch. I am Virtual Wrestling's belt collector. I held 5 championships at the
I'm talking about
exact same
JC
time.
Wolf over here.
I know you're talking about JC Wolf. I'm saying you ain't shit, and he's not shit either. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some training to do to get ready for what's going to be probably the most brutal match of my life.
And I got training to save your life. Or are we forgetting about that too?
That's right. Probably the most important match at Prestige.
Because if I fail, everyone in this whole entire group dies. So,
well, no, I'll take you up on that one. I'll straight up. Look, Jamal, we'll discuss our little business deal another time, because that is right. We've got to get back. We have to get back to Prestige. So, gents, I do apologize for leading astray. So.
Right now in the stream, I don't know if you're watching the stream, say hi or something. Don't be a stranger. Right now, from the first VWU Prestige, apparently, this is Akira Yokomura versus Natty for the Queens of Wrestling title. Anybody who
Prestige won. That's right.
yeah. Anybody. I heard that was a hell of a match.
Indeed, and I think we may be having technical difficulties again, Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, wait.
Wait.
Did we lose it? Is it coming back?
Oh, for the love of God damn it!
Yeah, there it goes.
God.
Damn it. Of course, the first thing we see is that.
God damn it!
Yeah. By the way, tell your friends. We're here. We're showing all these
That's right.
cool matches from
Get
the
the
first.
We're showing all these great matches from VWU over the past year. Do not miss out on the Countdown to VWU Prestige 2 show. I'm MTV the HKK, here with Eddie Mack, WW Universal Champion of Earth 1610.
Hi everybody,
Charlie
Eddie Mack, WWE Universal Champion, Earth 1610. How you doing?
Yep. And more people will be showing up on this stream. It's a celebration of the past year of TPGW. Let me finish. UCWL, WFS, every JCPW, every league that is involved in Virtual Wrestling United.
Chaos. There's probably one.
Let's hope it doesn't turn into a funeral.
Oh my God.
Indeed. So let's get to talking about that. Let's get to talking about that.
Jesus has nothing to do with
Eddie,
this woman.
I'm begging you to win.
Sweet mother of God.
We
All of us here.
will not lose.
Please.
Period.
You know what?
Failure is not an option.
There cannot be any.
We don't have to analyze Thanos, and we don't have to analyze you, Eddie. We know you can kick some ass.
Let's hope last night didn't change. Let's hope last night didn't change any minds. I mean,
yeah. Let's go ahead and analyze Thanos' competition.
Yeah.
Let's start with Captain Falcon.
There's only truly one thing to truly.
Akira has been undefeated.
Punch.
She has made damn well sure
And
that
possibly it could just take one Falcon punch to put Thanos down.
One Falcon punch or one Superman punch? Because there's someone else in that match too that owes Thanos a world of payback.
Oh yeah, for a while there, Thanos was discussed.
What the hell?
Cameo by John Blacko.
That's what happens when you leave the door wide open. People walk by and they're.
I'm here to discuss my feelings for Madison Bader.
And I don't think she is.
Oh, no.
but Bass, John, you realize this is going out live right now.
Everybody can hear this, Everyone can hear this.
Anyways.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
I mean, for a while there, we thought it was Roman who was doing all this shenanigans, and this turns out it was Thanos disguised as Roman Reigns.
That's right. It all started back at TPGW, UCWL Infinite, which you can go back and watch on the Virtual Wrestling United YouTube page. But that's beside the... When Roman disguised as Roman Reigns showed up and not only took the TPGW Underground Internet Championship from Landkrieg, he also took something else from Landkrieg, and that being the actual Reality Stone. It was one of the few stones Thanos needed in order to complete his gauntlet. He already had a few stones, but what we didn't know was that he was disguising the gauntlet the entire time.
And remember, Roman, he was the last member to join Team Eddie Mack. I mean, if you think about a couple of days ago, Eddie Mack, he was actually on UWL. He challenged the Heretic to a one-on-one match.
That was not fun. I mean, it was fun, but it was also not fun.
Speaking of fun, let's talk about a different member. Eddie Mack, what was it like speaking to Landkrieg?
It was an experience. And if you happen, and ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to have a chance to speak to Landkrieg, you should also take in that experience. He's not quite all there, but I promise you, he has a good heart. He's a good dude.
That's right.
Eddie, I'm gonna throw in a little bit of a curveball, alright? Because I've stayed around, I'm chilled, I'm relaxed, I'm done with them all. Why didn't you approach somebody like JC Wolf? Why didn't you approach somebody like me? I mean, a superstar who has dominated virtual wrestling clearly over the last. Just let me know, because if I'd love.
I'll gladly answer your question, because everyone in this fight that I picked has sort of a personal attachment to it. VPAC's in it because, his league got decimated. Almost to the almost to the level that CCL's league got. I'm pretty much the only difference between what happened to UCWL and what happened to CCL is that UCWL didn't get snapped out of existence.
No, but they did lose one of their key figures in Phil Coulson.
Right.
Thanos took him out. VPAC, and more importantly, when VPAC was there trying to stop Thanos from snapping out CCL, he failed, and he wants an opportunity to make it right.
All right.
No, that's fine.
I give VPAC shit all the time over in TVGW when he's in his Vincent Cipriani persona, but right now he is fully. I can guarantee you that Mr. Pakavi is fully focused and fully ready to take on Thanos.
Like I said, I'm not denying selection. I've seen the selection. I've seen some of the guys you've got, and
I get it. I get it. And I know there's some people that that are doing. Hey, why'd you pick this guy? Hey, why'd you pick this guy? Hey, why'd you pick this guy? But
I'll be straight. VPAC. You saying VPAC has got a head on it? Recently, look, I'm no commentator. I'm a wrestler, and you know what? I'm sure Jordan is around here somewhere. So I'll drop him a quick message. You can come in and have a chat with you about it. But JCBW may only be a small league, but we are on the up, and me more than anyone, believe it or not, although I'm a selfish, arrogant prick, there's no denying that. It's all about me. It's always been about me, and there's no denying that. But I don't want to see something I've helped create with Jordan to disappear. So I am backing you. However much it despises me that I'm not in that gold selection, I am pulling for you guys. So I will be watching.
I appreciate that, man. Look, I had turned down a lot of good people for this. You know what I mean? I couldn't just go to who the first people I saw. I had to make sure that that both their hearts and their minds were truly in it. They're not in it for the glory or for the fame. They're in it because they're doing what's right. You know what I mean?
Unless you're Bowser, who's just looking to kick Thanos' ass.
Yeah. Well.
And he's done it before. Don't forget.
But let's go ahead. Bowser is.
He's a beast.
Freak. He's an absolute freak.
He is a beast.
There's a reason why he's the big bad Koopa Daddy.
For a reason.
He is arguably the face of New Dawn Pro.
And the man.
And 6 months ago, he's the man that beat Thanos. And I think not counting Big Rob. In fact, he's actually, you know what? Actually, he's the last man to have a pinfall win over Thanos. Well, Matt, whatever Bowser is.
I will say one thing, Eddie. Sorry. I'll say one thing. If you fail, and I somehow manage to be about, believe me, I'm going to be the first one who makes sure you pay for that. Just know that. I've got respect for you. I've got respect for what you're doing. Do not fuck this up, mate, because there's a lot of people's jobs on the line in this one. Lot of people's jobs.
It's not just jobs; it's lives.
This isn't just about careers. This is about lives. If Thanos wins, everyone involved in Virtual Wrestling United,
Everyone in this room dies,
including you.
Don't fuck it up. That's all I'm gonna say.
I-
The world will not
I
be the right
won't.
place
I
without Casey Ross.
listen to me. I will not lose. Look at my eyes. I'm not losing. We're not losing. End of story.
Speaking of Bowser, are we gonna talk about the other person in the room?
Oh.
Yeah.
Right now, Brain Steve.
Jamal.
Savage.
the man who's been under the tutelage of Bowser.
The man who has a win over Bowser in his own Kaiju King Death match. I am more than capably tough enough to endure whatever punishment is thrown at me.
But I have a question. I have a question for you, Jamal. Why did you say yes when Eddie asked you?
Simple. I saw what happened to the show, and I felt, well, weak. I didn't do anything. I didn't step out of the locker room. I didn't bother trying to help. And it annoyed me. It annoyed me quite a lot. So, I figured this is the one time I'm gonna put everything aside and say to myself, I am going to fight this big purple bastard with every bit of ounce of fire that I want. And I believe I was one of the first people to go to Eddie for this opportunity. I had to prove myself to him. Perfectly fine with that. And I think what I've done says a lot.
The man's got a point.
And if you also don't believe me, just look at what I've done since I've made that challenge. Again, I repeat, beating Bowser has helped. Winning the UWA hybrid title.
And you're in the finals of that tournament CPGW is doing, right?
Yes, I am. And I will win. No matter what a certain somebody in this call will say, I will win this tournament and go on to fight whoever it is. Matt Farrell or Duncan Vermeil.
Look, Jamal, good luck to you in that match, okay? But if you lose and everything gets wiped out, do not use me as an excuse. You messed it up. You lost it. Because I will, no matter what. I'm not gonna argue. Because although we ain't on the same page, we don't like each other. Let's be honest. We never have. We never really got on whenever we've met. But let's be straight up, okay? We've got the same respect for this business. We've been in this business for a very long time. Probably a lot longer than a lot of people think. But if you lose this, I hope you understand that that is on your shoulders. You not only did you mess up the careers of your friends, you messed up the whole lot of careers. So understand one thing: do not use me as an excuse if you lose that. If I beat your ass and go on to win it, don't use me as an excuse.
Oh, don't worry. Even at half of my best, I still won a title. So what makes you think that even at 100, that I won't be able to step up to you? I beat John within 5 minutes. Who's to say I can't pull off magic? Do the same to you.
We'll just have to wait and see on me.
Oh, you will.
We be talking. Shouldn't we be watching what's going on?
Akira nodded. That was one of my favorite matches from. Yeah. I've had a chance to watch a few of these during my 3 months on Earth 616. This was an awesome match. What happened to Natty, by the way?
People said rumor is she retired.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You serious?
No one's seen her since she lost to Amber Stevens at the Big 100.
No one.
Ooh.
Oh, that's kind of depressing.
But at the same time, you have to remember that this is just simply a rumor. The Violet Riot girl could still make a massive comeback.
Yeah, I think she's still got a few good years left in her.
And this is pro wrestling, not when people
Never say never. Never say never.
When people retire, they're truly never truly retired.
Oh,
You never know who could show up. You never know who could show up at a VW event. It could be anyone. Takes me back to the Most Wanted tournament. The final round that nobody expected.
I believe.
And Sean.
I think that's I believe that's actually the next match that we're running on the playlist.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome on that.
But
sadly, Sean Walsh hasn't made a return to Virtual Wrestling United since then. But here's hoping that him and more people from AWF and COH will eventually make future appearances in Virtual Wrestling United.
I want to see Sean Walsh and Shaq Star again.
I
Run
really
that
do.
again.
Let's be honest, Zack Starr is a superstar who I know very, very well.
I want to see Sean Walsh and Zack Starr. I want to see Fisk and Duncan Vermill. I want to see. You know what? I want to see AJ Young and Vin Taylor.
Ooh.
I want to see a lot of, and that's the beauty of Virtual Wrestling United. It is a hub for the greatest crossover events that we can think to put together.
I think impossible, right?
Hey.
I really do. No pun intended, but I want to truly see the future be unified. But hey, that's just a question for the future.
Right now the future's in jeopardy, bud. Me and my team's gonna fix that in a few days.
We hope you do, Eddie. We hope you do. But anyway, gents, it's been great talking to you. I've enjoyed it. I think I've just had a quick message from a few of my guys. Looks like we're going to hit up a local bar. You guys are more than welcome to come and see us if you want after. But it's been great chatting to you guys. I hope everything goes well. I hope you tune in for JCBW as well, because gotta be honest, I am looking forward for everybody to see two of the biggest factions take it on. UK4 Fatality. It's gonna be a great one. Jamal, I'll see you in the finals. Gentlemen, thank you very much. I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you at some point in the festival, I guess.
Indeed. Well, that was JC Wolf, ladies and gentlemen, and of course we've got a lot more. JCPW block will be taking place. TPGW block will be taking place. UCWL, CCL, Empire, ACW, and BCW.
You name it.
Luckily for you, all, I have the list. In fact, TPGW and JCPW will be going back to back. Ish. TPGW will be Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, and JCPW will be Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And it will start tomorrow with SCA and Berserk at high noon.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, what?
Yes, Charlie. What were you gonna say?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
First of all, gnarly Charlie Anderson here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I've been here.
You know, you can catch them on multiple leagues.
Yeah, I know where they're there.
You can catch them on, on many shows that you will see, at the festival. So get used to hearing Nari's voice during this entire week.
Oh, get used to hearing his voice in Dark Soccer's DMs. What?
Come on now.
What now? What did you just say?
Boy. Since
I'm just gonna pretend I never heard that.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna pretend I never heard that.
What's going on?
I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, and I'm not sure if the Eddie Mack of a different universe is familiar with this, but take a lap.
Did I really just hear that from him?
Oh my God!
Oh, that's what the freaking. Oh my God.
Now, someone will clue me in on the backstory of Nadia Akira. This is a hell of a match I'm watching right here.
Man. Ah, man.
Oh my God!
Do I have to explain it, baby?
I'm sure someone here knows it. Oh.
Well. From what I understand, somewhere in the building's D-wall, he could probably explain that. Probably better than any of us could.
So apparently,
but he's so busy getting ready for the Queens of Wrestling Championship match that we're not sure if he's gonna have the time to explain it.
So apparently, Akira had been, I guess, kind of following Naughty, or maybe had kidnapped her at some point.
Oh my God!
It was during the time she was.
I did not know this. I did not know the story would get. I would not know the story would get dark.
When you're dealing with Akira, mind games are prevalent. Heavily prevalent.
Have you seen recently?
I have.
So what?
I've. Yeah.
I think I can do this. That's why I'm here.
There we go.
I've been pretty busy, but so.
He's busy.
Well, I have like 3 other leagues to run right now, so.
Hey, don't worry. After Friday night, you can take one of them off your hands. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, Dallas and Meredith might have seen how good of a job I'm doing, and they're like, "Oh no, you should stay." And it's like, great. No, but. So,
hey, dude, the alternative.
Or they'll boot you out and replace you with Keanu Reeves because of how popular Keanu.
Well, let's be honest. The alternatives. The alternatives is a hell of a lot worse.
Okay.
Here's the thing with that, right? So, they asked me about after I knocked Zahaya the fuck out, and they asked me. Well, one, they asked me, "Can you do that again?" That was pretty damn fun.
Oh my God!
To see a salmon flop around in the middle of a wrestling ring, and I said, well, that's great, and then they said, well, we know you have a lot on your hands, so we want to kind of give you a little bit of a rest, so we're going to have Keanu Reeves come in. Are you okay with that? And I'm like, fuck yeah. What am I going to argue with Keanu Reeves?
Oh no. No.
I'm a little bit smarter than that.
Akira just kicked Natty's head off, by the way.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, bring him in. So, I wasn't necessarily booted as much as it was just like a request, but, So, the backstory on this match, pretty much, is a year prior to this, Akira was part of Ashura, and Ashura targeted Nadi multiple times, and Nadi decided to call out Akira. The match never happened, though. And then after Nadi won the Queens of Wrestling title, Akira wanted it. She challenged Nadi for the title. Nadi, being the fighting champion that she was, said, I'm not going to back down. It's not going to be a typical match. It was going to be a submission match, which both women have prominent submission holds. So that's what you're seeing right now. And literally, it was one of the show steals of last year's Prestige, if we're really being honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
This looks amazing now.
I'm not tooting my own horn or anything, but I think these two women went out there and wanted to show that they are two show stealers. Like, you can say all you want about Akira and her.
Y'all need to bring Nadi back for real, though.
Nadi and her actions during that time, but They're both legit players.
So to those, so if you're listening to this,
And plus,
somewhere,
Nadi's the first woman to ever break out of this hold, like she did.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, no.
That-
The second.
Well, I
The
thought-
second. No. She
say.
was the first. She's the first ever. She was the first woman to ever get out of the Dragon's Gate.
That's right. And let's not. And if you're listening, somewhere out there, to Nadi or any other talent that has left, then we simply say this: please come home. We miss you. We want you back.
Word. I just got kicked in the ear there.
Sad violin.
Also,
Alexa, play this. Alexa, play this Obsido.
Is Jason Brown here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there you are. You're all the way over. You're all the way over there. That's why I couldn't see you. So I got seeing as and a lot of people should I announce my role with your little should I go ahead and say it because I don't think it's official.
Yeah, you go ahead and announce it.
So you guys know Voltage, right?
Oh yeah. That was that show I was on a few days ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So I am partial executive director of that show as well.
Oh, nice.
So I have like another hat to wear in virtual wrestling. Unfortunately, nah, I'm kidding. I actually like that. But I don't know if you got this message, Jason, but I did, and I've been told to pass it along to you.
All right.
To all of you.
Go on.
And I don't know if you've seen this or not, but you probably will after I say it. I might as well go ahead and say it.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Carmen Cortez is going to be at Prestige. Apparently she's not in a good mood because she wasn't booked, and she says she's going to come to Prestige to quote change that unquote. So I don't know what that means exactly, but I was told to pass. I was told in a text, in a very, very Carmen-esque, Carmen-like text message to relay that message to all of you.
But in the defense of people booking the show, Carmen Cortez has been dead and or missing for most of this year.
True. Either
I'm just saying.
Either dead, missing, or not on this earth, or the other one.
But
so that does make sense.
I get her beef.
She's had a shitty year. Let's just put it that way. She's had a shitty, not really year.
She was on the verge of death at various points. Of course,
she was on the verge of death like 3 different times in the last year and a half, 2 years.
You can name it pretty easily.
Yeah, so it's like I think she just wants to get away from all that stuff now, but it's really fucking hard when people are just out to get her I mean, to be fair, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, Carmen just signed with another promotion.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, she just signed with another promotion today, so she's really happy about that. So, I mean, that's something different. Like, I didn't expect that, but she came to me and she's like, "Hey, D-Wall, I got signed to another league," and she shared the good news on her Twitter page. If you haven't seen it, it's Scarlet Rose DCA. Just warning you, it's not for the faint of heart. Not by any stretch of the imagination, but that's neither here nor there right now.
It's worse than that one night Liz got drunk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What is Akira saying right now?
On her Twitter?
No. No, in this match, down Tai Zaynite.
Oh, I think she was telling Akira to stay. I mean, Akira was telling Nadi to stay down repeatedly, and Nadi wouldn't stay down.
Well,
you got to remember that. Well, I know you weren't here for this, but this was the point where Akira's pretty much like past her Ashura stage, and now she's pretty much definitive, except for now when she's I don't know what the fuck.
She just did a crab walk. What is that?
She's been doing.
I won't question it.
She's been doing that for a long time.
Don't question it.
Just
don't.
But with that being said, that regardless, Akira versus Nadi was one of the most emotionally charged matches of Prestige 1. One of the most emotionally charged matches of Prestige 2 undoubtedly has to be Elizabeth Frieza versus Madison Starr.
Oh God. Well, that's an easy one to bring up because you saw the documentary that Frieza put out where she's basically saying that all her friends left her, she has no one left, no one gave a damn about her when Akira
I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't believe that for 1 second. Frieza's shown...
Yeah, she was saying that people abandoned her when Akira beat her for the ZCW Women's title and all that stuff. And apparently, from what I understand, and Jason, I don't know if you got the same information because apparently, for some reason, she likes texting both of us these things. Apparently, Carmen's documentary is done.
Oh boy.
So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that.
Maybe it's the rebuttal documentary.
I don't.
You know, look. I don't know how things work on your. I don't know how things work on your Earth. But I'm gonna tell you something. On my Earth, there's this thing called the State of the Union address, right? And right after that, there's like sort of a little like rebuttal of that State of the Union address from the other side. So maybe it's like that.
Yeah, maybe. So, yeah.
Okay. Look. I know it's all over your head. Don't worry about it.
This is the best part of the match. Nadi just wouldn't stay down, no matter how many times Akira kept kicking her in the head, and then she got caught.
And now he's going to sleep, isn't she?
Yeah, she's going to sleep.
Oh no.
You may get out of it once, but you try to get out of it twice, you're asking for it.
Yeah.
But so back to Frieza and Star though. Frieza and Star were both best friends. They were a part of a group known as the Highest Angels. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know what's wrong with you. Go watch it. There might be a revival of it. I don't know.
Maybe a movie.
Maybe. I don't know.
Please.
There's been rumors. But the point of it being is after Frieza lost the ZCW Women's title to Akira, she basically went on this absolute mad twist in her mind, and then she ended up winning the Call Stars Women's title. Granted, she did it without beating Amber for the title. Amber got hurt. She had to be taken out of the match. Frieza ended up winning, and then that's when she really started her descent into madness. And now it's to the point where Frieza feels like all of her friends have abandoned her. She has no one but herself, and she's going to pretty much prove that she's not an afterthought. And first off, I want to say, just as a rebuttal for me, the fact that she said that DCA stopped booking her. Well, my thing is, remember, I wasn't technically in charge of DCA when she wasn't getting booked. So who's to blame on that?
That's
you all know the answer to that.
I don't.
Well, Eddie does.
The answer is Balalaika.
Yeah, so I don't know why she's blaming DCA management. She should blame the person that was head of DCA management.
Excuse me. Question up here.
But the second thing is, she says that Madison is not a true star. She's not really on her level, but yet at the last Queens of Wrestling tournament, she got beat by Madison. Madison beat her straight up. Right? So now we've come to the point where, again, has become obsessed with
Wow.
Madison
She shook
for the
hands.
last year. Sneak attacks, brutal blindside attacks on people, all these other different kinds of things. And it's gotten to the point now where Madison has pretty much changed her entire demeanor. She's a completely different person now. I mean, sure, bubbly, happy-go-lucky, gamer girl attitude, you come to know and love from Madison Starr. That's great. But then when you flip that, or you can flip that around in a heartbeat, and you can see that vicious, angry, vile, I wouldn't say vile, that's a Madison. Angry and out for revenge.
She's been pushed to a breaking point. I think we can all relate to that.
Yeah, she's been pushed to her breaking point by Priza, and remember, this is also stemming from the Queens of Wrestling, from Queens of Wrestling 4, because remember, she was the last. It was Asuka Kazama and Madison Starr, the last two in that tournament, the last two in the Queens of Wrestling tournament, and I decided out of the goodness of my heart, I decided to give Madison a shot because of how great she did in her run in the tournament, and because I felt she deserved the opportunity just as much as Asuka does. You know the old saying, it's a shame that one of these two have to lose. It was a shame that one of them had to lose, and I didn't want that. I felt like Madison deserved just as good of a shot, just as much of a shot. And the only two people that had a problem with it was Elizabeth Priza and Sahaya Morgan.
Well, of course, he would have a problem.
Yeah, so...
Or maybe it's me, but maybe they just need to stop the hateration and holleration up in this dancery.
Yeah, so my thing was, you talk about Madison not deserving her opportunity, but yeah, she's come out every day and she's proven that she can get the job done. She's proven that she can top names. And remember, if it wasn't for Priza, Madison probably would have won the Queen's Gift at Elevation.
That's true.
She was in that match and she lost her shot because of Priza attacking her backstage.
Yeah.
And so Madison decided to take her own advantage and to assault Priza at boiling point. So now we're at the point of Prestige 2 where it's going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match, and the winner gets the next shot at the Queens of Wrestling Championship. Well, I say next shot. Remember, Asuka still, I promised Asuka a one-on-one match for the Queens of Wrestling title because she got screwed out of it. Let's all be clear. She got screwed out of it by Reiko, who's the current champion right now.
Let's not forget, Reiko may not be the current champ after Prestige with 4 other competitors.
Yep, she's got Jade Storm.
She's
got Jade Storm. She's got Maimimi Ishibashi. She's got Becky Lynch.
The
and
man.
She's got history 4th challenger. And the reason I did this match, is because up till Prestige, there was nobody knew exactly what the Queens of Wrestling Championship match was even going to be. There were a lot of people that said it should be Revy, a lot of people that said it should be Haley Jonas, it should be Akira getting her rematch, it should be Amber getting her rematch. There's a lot of people, and there's a lot more. There's at least 25 or 30 names that I can name off the top of my head that deserve a Queens of Wrestling title shot. And the thing is, speaking from the guy that started Queens of Wrestling a couple years ago, we're approaching the 5th one. That's the next, other than Most Wanted, for the women. It's the next big step for them. That's the next big thing, is the 5th annual Queens of Wrestling, right? Speaking from the guy that started Queens of Wrestling all these years ago, and it was just an idea, and just a small little idea to bring all these all these ideas together for the women, because I thought to myself, and I say this story all the time. I think to myself, why hasn't the women been showcased? Why haven't the women had a platform to show why they are the best in this business? Why is it always about them getting the back seat, the back burner? You see all these amazing women's matches, but yet no one's talking about them. And when they do talk about them, they don't talk about them. You know, so it's like, you know what? I'm going to put my head together and I'm going to make want all these to be a part of it. And guess what? It happened in 1 month. From and if you know Eddie Mack over Mar Earth was here, he would he vouch for me. That was the whole idea of Queens of Wrestling, and it happened in 1 month. From the time I announced it to the time it actually happened, it was about a month and a half, and the whole show was done, ready to go. And ever since then, it just blew up from just a simple idea to something way bigger than that. Now the fifth one's about to happen. Every single woman in that ring going to go into there for that Queens of Wrestling Championship shot are going to want to headline that show. They want to prove that they are the top woman in the VWU. And you can't say you're the top woman unless you hold that belt. You can't say you're the queen of this, you're the goddess of that. No disrespect to those people that say that, because I know one of them is dating somebody that just left this room, but it's the truth. In my opinion, you can't say you're the top woman in Virtual Wrestling United unless you have the Queens of Wrestling title, and the history of that title shows that. Naughty, Amber Stevens, Carmen Cortez, the first champion, Akira, Reiko, all these women that have all these amazing accomplishments and legacies have held that championship. And if you're going to hold that title, you have to hold yourself to that standard. And these women going into that match, Jade Storm, one of the breakout stars of this league, of DCA and of virtual wrestling in general, to be honest, a woman that has gone from just being the ninja, more than that, to being future women's champion. You know, former women's champion in her own right, former Wildcat.
Yes, this is true.
It's about raving and partying and having a good time, and now she's going for the biggest prize in her career. You know? And then you got Becky Lynch, who has been on a meteoric rise for the last 6-8 months. Now going for the Queens of Wrestling Championship. And then you got Reiko, who just came off of losing the Glamour X title shot to Juri Sonata at Animania. Went into win the Queens of Wrestling title with the Queen's Gift, and now and this is her first defense of the title. Can you imagine how she's going to feel if she goes into the biggest event in VWU with the Queens of Wrestling title and loses in her first defense? Especially after losing probably one of the biggest matches of her career against Juri Sonata at Animania 5. That's going to crush her. I would crush anybody, to be fair. And she's looking to prove herself. And then you got that mystery who only I know about. But that's the X factor. Who is it? And are they going to be able to outlast the other four that are just as hungry, just as motivated? And then the winner of that has to face either a very pissed off, very motivated Elizabeth Preza, who's going into this as the longest reigning All Stars Women's Champion in history. She's held that belt longer than Amber Stevens held it. That's saying a lot. Whether we love her or we hate her, that's saying a lot. Preza, you got to give her credit for that. But then you got Madison Starr, a woman who Preza says is not on her level, a woman that Preza says will never be a champion, a woman that Preza says will never amount to anything, and she's looking to prove that Preza's wrong, and she can be a champion. Because to my knowledge, in VWU at least, Madison has never won a singles title. She has never been a singles champion in VWU. And to me, that's a crime.
Correction. I believe she's about to win her first title. I might be wrong. I might have to check with Adam.
I don't think she won a title in New Dawn either.
No, she hasn't won any championship yet.
No, she's not won any championship. And you know that's got to be...
I was thinking of that briefcase. Never.
Oh no, I don't know. She's won the briefcase, I think, but she hasn't won a title yet. And I think when you really think about it, that combined with Priza always dogging her and telling her she's not good enough and telling her she can't be a champion, that's got to weigh on her mind too. So MTB's right. You got two highly emotional matches card with women that want to prove that they are the best. And MTB, I'm pretty sure you're going to get into this. That also brings up the Soul Silver title match.
Oh boy. Oh man.
By the way, in case you're wondering what Eddie is oh my guying about, he's watching the Sean Walsh Zach Starr finals from Most Wanted last year, which held Zach.
Which I think since before we get into the Soul Silver title match, let me go ahead and I think it's high time an announcement's made.
Well, I mean, if he was dead, he wouldn't be around right now. So, to be fair,
yeah. So, as I was saying, with the most wanted tournament will be happening again, and I think it's safe to say that it's going to be even bigger than it was last year.
Oh boy.
Yes, the most wanted tournament. Prestige, I guess D-Wall talks about how he put together the Queens of Wrestling, the Queens of Wrestling tournament and all that. The most wanted tournament was my baby. It was my vision. And what came of it, what came of the finals was one that was a literal 5-star match. So we have to give I thought to myself, a 5-star effort has to be given for Most Wanted this year. Which is why I can officially announce, is everybody in the chat following along, that this year the Most Wanted tournament will feature 128 competitors from Virtual Wrestling United.
Are you insane?
Whoa, what?
This is MTV we're talking
This
about.
man is insane.
I agree with Eddie here.
I don't know why.
I agree with Eddie.
I don't know why all of you are so shocked.
This man's insane. That's why we're all shocked.
I agree with Eddie here.
More details about the tournament will come up after.
D-Wall, come and get your man. He's crazy.
He's not.
He's crazy.
He doesn't have anything to do with me. All right.
More details about.
You know him better than I do. This man's crazy. You need to come get him.
He'll be all right.
But
I had that many.
Right.
More details about the tournament will come up after Prestige, and that's when we'll officially start talking about it. But
I had about that many people for my tournament last year. Okay, so.
I think it was 80 women for the Queens of Wrestling tournament last year.
Yeah, I had to cut that down.
Now.
But thing is, right? That's going to be a big thing for the Most Wanted tournament, because remember, the winner of the Most Wanted tournament.
A quick question in the chat. Let me know if the video is still going or not, because I am looking at a frozen video.
As am I.
No.
Also, I just want to point out
there we go.
The Queens of Wrestling tournament, the actual tournament itself, will begin after Prestige, because as you know, and I'll get to that in a minute, the first round of the tournament starts at Prestige. But speaking of Queens of Wrestling business, the Soul Silver title is going to be on the line. The Quake versus Destiny Williams. Now, before Charlie over here has an aneurysm, give the backstory to this match, because Quake, Daisy Johnson, has been very outspoken about the fact that she was the one that tried to warn Phil Coulson about Thanos, and no one listened to her. No one listened to her. No one gave her the time of day. And then Thanos showed up and destroyed everything. And Daisy decided that since no one would listen to her, she'd take matters in her own hands, and then she took out Black Widow, costing her the interim Bombshells title at Uprising, and then we all know what happened with that. And ever since then, Daisy has gone on record and saying that everything that has happened in the last couple of months is everyone else's fault because no one listened to her. And now she's going to do things for herself, and she's calling herself, and she no longer wants to be called Daisy Johnson anymore. She wants to be known as the Quake.
Let's not also take the Revy factor out of this either. Revy also played a turn in the downfall of Daisy Johnson, leading her into the Quake.
True, but at the same time, we've seen in the past that even if you do get into a thing with Revy, it's up to you to be mentally capable of getting out of it. You can either choose to be mentally capable of getting out of it, or you can let it get to
Wait. So I just want this out there for the people watching this. Are you calling the Quake mentally fragile? Perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, think about it.
You know what?
She was in that feud with Revy.
Okay.
And she let Revy get to her. She let Revy get to her mind mentally. That's something you cannot do with Revy, because that's the one thing that Revy will take full advantage of, is getting inside your head. If she won't shoot your brains out, she'll get inside your head mentally. And that's exactly what she did with Daisy. And it was Daisy. And Daisy's a member of S.H.I.E.L.D., for God's sakes. Do you really think that a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. would let someone like Revy get inside their mind that easily? They're supposed to be trained for that kind of stuff. They're supposed to be trained to not have things like that get inside their head. They're supposed to be trained to be mentally tough, to prepare for any situation. Daisy, however, let that get to her. She let the fear of Thanos get into her head. That's not the capable mental attitude that someone like Daisy Johnson.
You know what? I see your point now.
To have, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
And now she's going around complaining about how she lost the UCWO Women's title. She's going around calling herself the Quake. For the God's sake, she's got Joanna Dark in her back pocket now. And mind you, a Joanna Dark that's in the Queens of Wrestling tournament, which also gives us the option and the fear that Daisy could realistically win the Soul Silver title tonight, or not tonight, but at Prestige. And then at the Queens of Wrestling tournament, Joanna Dark could end up winning the whole damn thing and going into Queens of Wrestling and winning the belt, and both of those two could realistically control Queens of Wrestling. That is a possibility at this point. So that's the fear that we have to go into this now. But then again, on the other hand, you can't discount Destiny Williams, who put on 3 of the best matches of the year last year with Christy Montero.
Hands down, no question.
It's been well documented how that trilogy went out last year.
Every time.
Those two tore the house down. Those two went out there and put everything on the line last year.
Time in the ring.
Chris asked in the chat, so basically this is about Daisy versus Revy?
It's more along the lines leading up to about Daisy versus Destiny.
Who asked that? No, it's not about Daisy versus Revy. Daisy versus Revy started in some people's minds, it started the entire downfall of Daisy's mindset. But to me, I think it was Daisy's own fault. It was Daisy's own fault for letting Revy get into her head. It was Daisy's own fault for letting people like Phil Coulson get in her head. Because let's be honest, Phil Coulson wasn't doing a damn fine job of running UCWL before that anyway.
Ouch!
He wasn't. He was letting people like Light Yagami run around with the UCWL title.
Hey! Look, I don't know the whole story. I don't know the whole story. I wasn't there, you know.
Do we need to bring up all of Phil Coulson's offenses?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, seeing them not from around here.
Well. More importantly, the subject of the matter here is the Quake versus Destiny Williams, and here's the thing: it was Daisy's own fault that she let Revy get in her head, and if Destiny can get in her head during this match, Destiny's going to retain the championship.
Yep.
I would agree.
Destiny's held that belt for a while now.
I agree.
Right. He beat Trish Stratus, legend, to win that title. Pretty much, I wouldn't say the torch got passed Destiny, because I think that really happened. And I can't really say that in the third match with Christy either, because Christy can still go. This isn't a thing where Christy was like retiring and passing the torch to Destiny. No, there's nothing like that. But at the same time, you can't deny that Destiny has proven that she can get the job done.
That's right.
She is a phenomenal champion. I signed her myself. She's a phenomenal story outside and inside the ring. So if anyone can overcome this new attitude of the Quake, it is Destiny Williams. And she wants to go into Queens of Wrestling 5 as the Soul Silver champion.
That's right. And speaking of people who want to go into Queens of Wrestling 5, as well as people who have something to prove, as well as the possibility of a torch being passed, or in this case, a championship, let's go ahead and talk about the Queen's Gift ladder match.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, yeah, because let's be fair, the Queen's Gift has proven to be successful in the last couple of tries. I mean, the first one, Celeste Amira won it, and she almost became Wildcats champion if it wasn't for Rios, and we know what happened there. Celeste slammed her through a steel cage, and we haven't seen her since. Asuka won the second one, and then Reiko won the third one, but we know that Asuka didn't get a chance to cash in because of Reiko, and Reiko actually was successful in cashing in, and she's the current champion.
So it's 1 for 3.
It's actually.
I mean, technically it's 1 for 2 since one has never been. Since one has never been.
Technically 1 for 3. If you don't count Asuka because she never even got a chance to use it, it's 1 and 2.
That's right. And so far, there are going to be 8 women in this ladder match. We don't know the 8th one. There's a mysterious 8th competitor that was originally supposed to be Danny Gibbons until she got put into the Joshi Championship match. Now we have an open spot that, from what I understand, has been filled, but we just don't know by who. Because
it could be anyone.
It literally could be anyone.
When the plans were put up for this,
it could be someone in this chat. It could be someone in this chat right now.
Here's the thing.
Actually, it couldn't.
Here's the thing about this mysterious 8 spot, and this is going to kind of hit home. The original person who came up with the concept of the 8-woman Queen's Gift ladder match was our Earth's Eddie Mack, and he had a contingency in case Danny Gibbons couldn't be in it.
And so the thing is, only that Eddie Mack knew who the 8th person was, and since he's not here,
fuck.
He's the only one that knows, and she's the only one that knows.
Fuck! I gotta win now, so we all know who the 8th one is.
Well, the good news is it'll be the opening match. So
Wait. What?
Oh yeah, didn't you know?
No.
The Queen's Gift ladder match is going to open Prestige 2, Night 1.
Yeah, so
Oh boy.
Oh my God!
it won't matter about the outcome of the Infinity War match because we're gonna find out who our Earth's Eddie Mac chose anyway.
So
And the thing, and
so
here's
Eddie's
the thing about the
so
Queen's
Eddie's
Gift,
fucking
if you
insane.
guys
I'm
don't,
gonna say that.
if you guys don't know about the Queen's Gift, for anybody in the chat that doesn't know or has forgotten about the rules of the Queen's Gift, and by the way, for the chat who says that there's no focus on the match, we literally focused on it like 3 different times when the match started. But anyway, so the
We're running we're running two parallel lanes. One, what's going on in the match, and two, what's going on this coming week.
Yeah. So here's the premise of the Queen's Gift for those who don't know. The Queen's Gift ladder match, or the Queen's Gift itself, really, not just the ladder match, but the Queen's Gift itself, is basically you can get a shot at either your promotion that you're representing in the match. I want to make that clear because I know there's been confusion in the past couple of months, the Queen's Gift, where it's like, oh, this woman's in like 15 different leagues, so which one can she go for? Before the match is booked, you basically, if you're in another organization, if you're like in more than one league, you can pretty much tell me really, this is the league I'm representing in the gift match.
Oh,
that is the championship.
So you have to declare. So you have to declare a league.
Yeah. When you're chosen for the Queen's Gift match, no matter if it's a ladder match or an elimination match or whatever, you basically tell me, the women tell me, which league are you representing in this match. And the reason for that is because the winner of the Queen's Gift gets a shot at either the promotion they're representing, their women's championship, or Queens of Wrestling title. The only thing about that is they have to announce in advance to me when they will be cashing in that shot. They can't just run down to the ring and do a Money in the Bank style cash in. See, the thing with Reiko did it. She actually told me she was going to do it. Now, I don't condone what she did, going in and attacking Asuka or whatever. No, I don't condone that whatsoever, but she did give me notice that she was going to cash in. And with Asuka, she was actually going to cash in that night too. Same with Celeste, she actually announced it. That's how it works. And you have, between the time you win that title, you win the Queen's Gift, and 3 months, you have a 90-day window between the time you win the Queen's Gift and the time it expires to cash it in. If you don't cash it in, you have the option to have a grace period, Queen's Grace period, which is an extra 15-30 days, depending on the situation. Asuka had it only because of the fact of Animania, but that's it. Once that's done, it's done. And also, you can be challenged for the Queen's Gift as well. Other women from virtual wrestling can challenge you for the gift. Now, we haven't seen that happen yet, but never know. They can be challenged for the Queen's Gift, and if you lose it, you can't get it back. You can't challenge for it again. So you're really running a risk. So say, who's in the match? Just name somebody. Just name one person.
Laura Matsuda is in the match.
So say Laura Matsuda wins the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
She has between, since it's opening Prestige, and that's on Friday, I believe.
July 19th.
Yeah, so Friday. Yeah. So they have between July 19th and September 19th to cash in that shot. So, say that Laura gets challenged in CCL by, say...
Oh, shit!
Well, if CCL's still around, if we're still around.
No, I'm talking about Zach just by showing his head.
Oh, yeah. So, say that Laura gets challenged in, say, CCL or wherever by, let me just throw one random name out.
Oh, my God.
Let's say she gets challenged by, say, Mercedes, right?
Right.
and Mercedes wins.
Mm-hmm.
She's the new Queen's Gift holder.
And Laura can't challenge for it again ever.
Challenge that for that again. She
Got
can't challenge for the Queen's Gift again. She's lost it. That's it. And say that Mercedes decides to cash in said Queen.
Mm-hmm.
If she cashes in said Queen's Gift, loses, that's it. She can't get a rematch. She can't get another shot unless she earns it. It's not an instant rematch kind of thing. So that's basically.
Oh my God!
To sum it up, because I know it's a long story. You win the Queen's Gift, you get a shot at the women's title of your promotion you're representing, or the Queen for Wrestling. You can be challenged for the Queen's Gift. You lose it, you're done. You can cash it in. You have to announce your cash in, but the time you win it, and 3 months from that point. That's all there is to it.
So this is kind of an amazing match, right?
Indeed. Let's not forget, like I said earlier.
Oh shit!
This was one of the few matches of 2018 that Zaya Meltzer put as 5 stars. And look at this. Boom. I believe this
also, can we point out the fact that the winner of this gift ladder match?
Well, hang on. Let's focus on this match right now. Here you see, this is the part where Zack Starr beat Sean Walsh.
Yeah, he won.
That was actually the moment. That was actually the moment where Zack Starr earned the opportunity to compete for the VWU World Championship at Conspiracy against Nathan Explosion.
This wasn't. This is a hell of a match.
This match was an incredible match. Zack Starr and Sean Walsh put on the match of a lifetime. Let's move away from the Queen's Gift because there is a slightly more important match that this particular match led to, and that is the main event of Prestige 2.
Well, I was gonna say, before it got cut off, I was gonna say that that's the importance of Most Wanted, because the winner of the Most Wanted tournament went on to win the title, and is now headlining Prestige.
Boy.
And and that's the same, and that's the last thing I'll. I know MTV's looking at me, very, very annoyed look on his face. But the winner of the Queen's Gift,
you can see it through the mask.
the winner of the Queen's Gift, I could feel it in the.
Charles, to me, let him get his point.
The winner of the Queen's Gift could realistically headline Queens of Wrestling 5. Because remember, it's up on the 19th of September. The wrestling has typically been in October. I know I haven't announced the date yet, but if it is in October, that realistically means that the winner of the Queen's Gift could win the belt and then challenge the winner of the tournament for the title. So these tournaments coming up are very, very important. Like MTV said, Zack Starr capitalized on that. He won the Most Wanted tournament, and that's what leading to the main event of night 2, which is.
Yeah. Well, let's not forget, Nathan Explosion, on the same night that Zack Starr won this tournament, won that VWU World Championship.
Oh, so that's why Nathan jumped Zack from behind there.
Yeah, and then he got his ass whooped.
To Conspiracy.
Yep, and that's what led to the triple threat, which is Zack Starr, Vin Taylor, and Malik Brown, which I'm going to shut up now and let MTV take it.
That's right, because let's not forget, Zack Starr, he's been a fighting champion since Conspiracy. He's defended against the likes of the first champion, Kevin Cash. He's defended against, let's not forget,
Aaron Anderson.
Did he defend against it in Infinity?
Aaron Anderson.
Aaron Anderson, that's right.
Didn't win. I think he went to a draw, actually, with Aaron Anderson.
Fully undefeated.
Regardless, he still walked out as champion. And let's not forget Spike Spiegel at TPGW Royal Rumble Week.
He also went to defeat Stonewall and even Christmas Wrestler that title as well. He's been defending everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. And, of course, a rematch with Nathan Explosion and ACWTA as well.
That's true.
It really was sad that Nathan Explosion's reign was cut short by Zack Starr, but nonetheless, Zack Starr is the one main eventing Prestige 2 with Vin Taylor and Malik Brown. Let's talk about that match real quick. And that, of course, being that Vin Taylor won the Infinity Rumble in order to make it to that point.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I think we're about to roll in Infinity Rumble.
Indeed, I'm not sure if the one we're about to roll won, but
Yeah, it's the one that Vin won.
oh, there we go. Ben Taylor won Ben Taylor won one of the 3 Infinity Rumble, won one of the 3 Rumble matches, and then went on to the triple threat at VW Infinity to earn that #1 contender opportunity. Now, after Ben Hopkins announced that he'd be challenging cashing in at Call All-Stars for a shot at the Call All-Stars Championship, Malik decided, well, if he's going to do that, I'm going to take my Call All-Stars Rumble win and take it to VWU. Especially after he was screwed out of his opportunity at VW World Championship.
I think that
At the
flipped.
hands of, well, go on.
I think that flipped a lot of people on their heads because, like, no one. I think no one really expected Malik to use the Call All Stars Rumble win on a VWU event, much less the VWU World Title. Like, no one really expected that. I heard, like, it came out of nowhere, man.
I like this question from Magpie here in the chat right here. Who would you say came out of nowhere and became a star in VW?
Came out of nowhere.
There were
ignoring the personal bias aside at the very end of his statement.
No, but to be fair, GI Bloke, he did incredibly well.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
He did. Out of nowhere talent. You know what? I almost. By the way, Malik Brown himself joined us here.
Goddamn, no.
We were just talking about you.
Yeah, that's why I came in. I heard
So
somebody
what?
talking
I
about him.
have not asked you a question now that you're here. What made you decide to cash in the Rumble win instead of like joining Brandon and Ben at Call All Stars 11?
Well, honestly, as much as I could have just cashed it in and been like, no, let's make it a triple. I wanted. Let's be fair. I could have a match with Brandon Wolf at any time for that Call of Stars title, even with me winning the Rumble. I could easily go up and say I want a shot at the Call of Stars title, and they would be like, "Yeah, sure. Name a time and place." With VWU though. I'm always the kind of person that likes to flip the script. I like to change things up. I like to just catch people off guard when I want to, you know? And I wanted to do something with that Call Stars opportunity that a lot of people that get it don't really think about. Like, when most people get that Rumble win, they automatically go for the title, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. When they told me that this opportunity will give you a world title shot at any company you work with in this in this realm, and they gave me the list, I just sat there. I went, you know what? Let me take that way. And honestly, when Ben did kind of took that moment from me and said, I want the shot, and they happily gave it to him, my decision was pretty much set in stone right then and there.
Well, you gotta think, a lot of eyes are gonna be on you because honest to God truth, and this is the opinion of a lot of people, if you go into this and you lose, a lot of people are going to see it as an opportunity that was wasted on a talent.
Yeah. Trust me, I know the risk. Like, anything I do, any match I go into, I know it's a risk. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt the risk I'm going into. I mean, even if I were to go into Call Stars and face Brandon Wolf for the Call Stars title, if I would have lost, it would have been a waste, you know?
Right.
But I think people forget who I am. And it takes a whole lot to take me down. And the one thing I've always learned is my biggest enemy is my mind. The person in front of me isn't my biggest problem. It's what my head does. And let me tell you, I have been focused for the last 2 months.
You are looking forward to Saturday, July 20th, aren't you? When you get that opportunity to challenge for the VWU World Title.
I'm going out there not only to win, but I'm going out there to just set a record straight. I am the end all be all, the top of the line. I've been saying that for years, and I'm gonna prove it at Prestige.
Well, Malik, I don't doubt you for a second. As you know, I've always been a supporter of yours since my first time ever in DCA. So I'm looking forward to see you finally become the face of CAW that you're always meant to be. But with that being said, you got some pretty stiff competition in order to do it.
Oh yeah, Zach Starr and Vin Taylor. Yeah.
And one could say, and I know you're going to appreciate this, with you and Zach Starr main eventing Prestige, I guess you could call it VWU presents Prestige 2. Starring the NIS!
I knew you were gonna go there. Yeah,
how long have you been waiting to do that?
I've been waiting a very, very long time to do that. I'm begging the crowd. If the crowd of New Orleans, of Earth 1610 is listening to this, please give us an NIS chant in the main event, and I will say that on commentary.
But Malik, I just want to say,
even if Zahai is there.
Malik,
even if Zai is there.
Malik, I just want to say, on behalf of VWU, I will do everything in my power to make sure you get that opportunity to become VWU World Champion on the 20th of July.
I don't know what to say except, thank you. I just came out here, got finished with my training. I figured I saw what was going on. I'd join in on this.
Training for what?
VPOC has joined us.
What do you think I'd be joining, partner?
VPOC has joined us on the Countdown to Prestige live stream.
Yeah, we're live right now, dude.
Okay then.
You didn't know we were live right now?
No, I did not.
We're live right now, dude.
Well, you know what? Since you're one of the stockholders of UCWL, I'm certain you'll appreciate this statement when I say this. You have failed this city.
I say that to Zahaya every day.
So I just come back and I already hear VPOC getting home. So what else is new?
Oh, by the way, in the stream right now is the first Infinity Rumble match.
A match that I actually.
Yeah, you called like right after the world title, like literally right.
And you know what? Look at the entrant coming out right now. In the ring with Danny Jackpot and
Monster Shaw.
It's the golden turd burglar himself. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Wait, who's that?
It's Tommy Ventura. You want to talk about matches at Prestige? Let's talk about Ventura's Open Challenge. Who do you think is going to answer that?
I hope it's Monster Shaw. I don't know why. That's a big boy.
Pretty much anybody in the virtual wrestling.
We're talking about people in that ring right now. What's Danny Jackpot?
Nah. But oh.
Monster Shaw.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. You know, MTP? I wasn't on board with it. But now I kind of am. I don't know if it's possible.
Well, it could be this. Well, actually, no, it couldn't because MCWA is no longer associated with virtual wrestling. Yeah, now.
Oh my god.
But still, you never know. Simon Blackwell could represent any other league.
Sure. But you know what? In an open challenge situation, like you have literally the whole of the universe, and however many universes there are after that.
Indeed.
Hell,
Which, by the way, I have to take a phone call. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
I was gonna say, with all these universes, it could be a Tommy Ventura from a different universe to answer the
Interesting question from Magpie though. Apart from your own league, which prestige festival show are you looking forward to? Honestly, New Dawn Pros.
Oh yeah. Especially one of the matches I think a lot of people are looking.
I've gotten to know Adam in my brief time on 616, and I've watched a couple of those New Dawn Pro shows. Some of the most insane stuff I have ever seen, and
well, on that block itself, you will see a rivalry that's been building up for so long finally be settled, as Zahia Morgan will step inside a steel cage against V-Pac.
That's a match?
This was an interesting. This Rumble though was interesting, and you could tell even when you on comments.
I think of the 3 Infinity Rumbles, I think this was my favorite one.
Yeah, this is like
just the star power alone in this Rumble.
I went into the back and pretty much said this was the Rumble where people died, because it was just, I called it, this was I'm
back now, and I would just like to point out one thing. You talk about the star power in this Rumble. I was very happy to see Danny Jackpot in this Rumble.
Yeah,
because
so was I.
It shows that Danny, after all the drama, after all the disappearances, Danny managed to take his WEDF fame and then come back into it. He didn't win the Infinity Rumble, but
no. He just got I think it just got dropped on the steps. Oh no.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot.
That was bad.
Danny ain't the first one, by the way.
What?
He wasn't the first one that almost got dumped on his head on those steps.
Oh my god. Do you mean that there's gonna be somebody else?
Yeah. Also, Eddie, I like to call this Infinity Rumble the Monster Island.
Oh,
Bronson.
And that's one reason.
Yeah. Speaking of Bronson, the VWU Heart Gold Championship match at Prestige 2.
It's supposed to be a 1-on-1, and it ended up being a
fucking six man.
Yeah, it was a 6-man. Because it was originally supposed to be Marcus King and Bronson.
And then Zaya Steele, cashed in his opportunity, the Young Lions Cup. And then, of course, 3 more people got involved because, of course, they did.
Ray Geddes and
Ray Geddes
got involved because Marcus King attacked him.
True.
Ray Geddes isn't the type of person to get involved in VWU affairs, but this is kind of an exception because Ray Geddes doesn't take shit from nobody.
This is what a lot of people, including myself, call it.
Oh my god,
the young monster.
Now I hear he's got an interesting backstory. This Bronson fellow.
yes, he was born in Harlem, New York. He had a pretty rough life, pretty rough childhood. Um, Pretty much was living out on the streets because family wasn't really there. A lot of tragedy on that end.
Oof.
And he says it, and he says this to this very day. If it wasn't for a URWL show, he wouldn't be alive today.
Oh, wow.
Joe Interrogative saved this kid's life.
Yeah. Malik, there's one thing that Magpie pointed out in the chat that I want, and that's the third Infinity Rumble. There was a very big oh no, All American Alpha. But yeah, Malik, you could have been if that triple threat Infinity had gone any other way, you could have been in this triple threat with Zack Star and Superman.
That would have been awesome.
Or GD, the Great D, I believe he won the right.
Yeah. You won the second one.
Part of the.
I just put it together. Malik, didn't you and GD have a bit of beef for a while before?
Oh yeah. I've had a beef with the man because for me, I always felt he was a fraud, kinda.
Can I just say how scary it was that Bronson fended off Rick Acid and Daniel Stone in that situation?
Yeah.
You want to talk about monsters? Let's talk about Daniel. He's not involved in Prestige in the slightest, but let's talk about. I want to talk about.
Oh my god!
What? Now, Eddie Mack, I do believe you were there still when Daniel Stone German suplexed Sahaya Morgan 2 times.
I saw that.
I was there as well. Yes.
Malik, I believe you did. You missed it. But I believe you caught it on the replay.
Yeah, I did.
I wanted Daniel Stone on the team, but then he recommended me to land quick because of what happened to him at the hands of Thanos. And I'll tell you what, either would have been a good choice.
We haven't seen any. As far as I'm concerned, BoJack Horse cheese, from what I understand.
Yeah. He hasn't been changed back.
Wait, what?
Oh, Thanos turned one of Flame cheese.
Wait. So wait, he wasn't lying about that?
Nope.
He wasn't lying. He literally turned BoJack Horsesteady.
He took the Reality Stone, mixed it with the Power Stone, and turned BoJack Horsesteady into a living piece of cheese.
A piece of Wisconsin cheese?
Maybe this man will be a part of it. The former VGW World Champion from UC is King. And just for.
Can you imagine if King answers Tommy Ventura's challenge?
Honestly.
Or if King answers Tommy Ventura's open challenge.
I just said that.
Wait, are we talking about what King are you talking about?
I'm talking about UCCW King. Which one are you talking about?
SCAW champion King?
Oh God!
Daniel Stone's not a small man.
Or can be a representative. Oh my god.
The average jock shades it interrogative.
Oh my god! This is my dude right here.
Or maybe
Malik,
this is my dude.
Malik, can you imagine if it was this man?
This is my dude.
You mean the green shirt that's coming down the ring?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a green shirt and a hat with a towel floating in the air.
This is the dude.
I don't see anybody there.
I can't see anything.
I know you don't see it, but I promise you, this is the man right here.
I'm gonna have to. Can we green screen John Cena's face on this green shirt?
Well, then the shirt wouldn't be there anymore.
Oh, you're right. You can't. Oh man.
Oh. Oh.
Speaking of. Oh man. Here goes. Yeah,
there goes.
this elimination shocked me when Rick Acid eliminated Cena.
Which is coming up right now, actually.
Oh no!
Look at this.
I guess he couldn't see the ropes.
Why, Rick?
Oh my god.
Why you gotta do my man like that, Rick?
Rick Acid, he did. You want to talk about breakout stars in this Rumble? Rick Acid, man.
Rick Acid did really well. But, you know, I've known Rick Acid for years though, and I was just happy to see him in this.
Now, if anything, I'd say the biggest breakout star from past year is the current VWU World Champion, Zack Starr.
Right. The story behind
Zack Starr's been doing this for a long time.
Zack Starr's been doing this for a long time, but
He's never. But it feels. From what I understand, it's not.
This first season, so to speak, of Virtual Wrestling United has been his year.
9 years, and he is just finally.
Oh no!
Can you imagine if in Tommy Ventura's Open Challenge, this grand return of Mason Chronic?
Oh no!
Yeah, for people that don't know, Mason's out on injury.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think that would stop him.
That.
He had to care about his. He cared about his career. He had to really look at it.
Indeed, has to take care of himself before he can kill everyone else.
Right. And even then,
look at that! Kane just tried to knee Mason Chronic, and Mason didn't even feel it. I miss Mason Chronic Desune so much.
You're doing real commentary on this, and I actually said for Mason come out. If he dies, he dies.
I am looking forward to the day that Mason Chronic makes.
Mason said last night on CCL Revolution that the second he comes back, the murder spree begins again. I believe that, man.
Who wouldn't believe it?
Primarily because he's a scary dude.
Oh sweet Jesus!
If Mason, I can already tell you right now, if Mason didn't get that injury, I probably would have booked Duncan versus Mason Prestige too.
You know what I want to see though?
What?
Mason Chronic versus Bronson.
Ooh.
Oh, that's what everybody wanted.
I want to see. Now you got me thinking. I want to see just all each other.
The entirety of this was literally everybody going, pump that match to our veins. And speaking of pumping into veins.
Is it sad that technically the Video Game Wrestling Network's champion is kind of sort of roided up?
Technically, allegedly.
Ooh.
Allegedly, he still uses the venom.
This man, Bane.
Whoa! As I think V-Pac would say.
Or in other words, I held the championship.
Here comes one of the best moments. Let's see. From the blocks and now, specific matches you're looking forward to in the festival.
Blaziken Studios, from the blocks and down, specific matches you're looking forward to in the festival.
CJ Hawkins versus Soul Reaper, hands down. I am looking forward to that. First time ever. Soul Reaper got his start in the league that CJ helped found, BYU, and he's always wanted to face him. So this is. And let's not forget the Winter Challenge is the TBGW World Champion at Call All 11.
Oh boy, this is what I like to call this is what I like to call the wrong place, wrong time spots.
Oh yes, I guess you could call it a missed opportunity.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh my god.
Here comes in and Jesus, this is
He and was in a bad spot.
yes,
Oh. Oh my God. That
Just threw him
Bronson is an angry dude.
This is the Heavyweight World Champion.
And you'll hear me say,
Wow.
he's a little boy.
And that was the world champion.
Well, let's be honest.
That was
Most
the world
people.
champion of now. I'm not allowed to speak about that league, but
Let's be honest. Most people. Wow. Bane's probably like one of the only people that can like give Bronson a serious run for that money. Mason Chronic's on that list, I think, too.
yeah, yes. This was before. This Rumble, of course, took place before events took place involving certain individuals. We'll not talk about during this stream because we are professionals and we are.
Oh, by the way, I just want to give everybody here a heads up. The stream will end at the conclusion of this match.
Well, in that case, we've got a giant, huge-ass multi-man match to conclude this thing. So let's talk about another multi-man match that's on the Prestige 2 card.
Mm-hmm.
The Hell's Gambit.
I was with you when that match got announced. I still think it's kind of crazy.
It's absolutely crazy. A 16-man Armageddon Hell in a Cell gauntlet match.
Like, how does that even work?
Well, essentially, 6 men will start the match inside the cell. The wins among those 6 men will advance. 5 more men will enter the ring. One among those 6 will advance, and 5 more men will enter the ring. And then, of course, out of those 6, the winner will be the inaugural VWU Gambit champion.
Huh. How about that? And just for clarification, who's in this match again?
Yes, let me get my notes for this. There's a bunch. Let's see. There is the Heretic.
Oh, that
Charles
fucker.
Let's see. Gordon Ramsay, the UCWL Hell's Kitchen champion, unofficially still, from what I understand. An unofficial championship. Sammy Callahan.
Oh boy.
I know Malik's looking forward to seeing Sammy Callahan.
Why you gotta do that?
I got number love for Sammy, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's not what I heard.
We both partake in the pastime of spitting into old farts' faces.
Jesus.
Yes, but let's see, who else is in the match? There's also yes, Simon Miller will be making his virtual wrestling debut.
Why?
Here's why.
Here's why.
And of course, WFS's Dave Cassidy. I believe those 6 that will be initially starting off the Hell's Gambit match. People that accompany them will be ACW's Gara, of course, the front runner Ray Blitz, UWL's, yeah, indeed, UWL's Raditz will also be involved, along with Mark Butcher and Casey Gordon.
Those 2 are going to kill each other.
Those 2 were going to kill all of them. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can already tell you right now, if Bronson wasn't in the
Marco.
VW Gold title match, he would be in the
Hell's Gambit match. He looks like a Hell's Gambit guy. By the way, Chris, Simon Miller is from what culture?
Wrong place, wrong time. Victim number 2.
Yeah. He's about to have a bad time in this Rumble.
Hey Eddie, remember I said Danny wasn't the first ones who headed steps.
And then, of course, TPGW Hardcore Champion Jason Collins will be in the match. CCL Hardcore Champion Nitro will be in the match.
It's gonna be a few hardcore champions in this match.
As there should be for what is essentially VWU's championship.
Oh, snap. Bradley Welch eliminated Bronson.
That was a shocker.
I did not see that coming.
Indeed, and then of course Sherman Sampson, Extreme Tony will also be in the match. And of
Wait. What?
That's right, Sherman Sampson and Extreme Tony, the main evented XGWL moment, will be in the match.
Oh, could they run into each other?
Well, considering yes, they're going to run into each other.
Oh my God.
And then of course the final entrant is of course John Moxley.
Well, how about that?
This is pretty. I was happy to see it.
You were excited for Sergeant Arturo Loco.
Yeah, I love it. I love Arturo Loco.
Everyone loves Arturo Loco.
Yeah, he's that dude, man. He's that dude. I think he's a day oneer there. I think.
Yeah.
Over.
Arturo Loco,
yeah. I mean, he's also Extreme Tony's cousin, but he's pretty good, man.
Let's not forget he also reunited with his tag team partner in Team 619 to compete at Prestige 1 against Johnny Mike and Stray Meeks.
Oh, wow.
They were still around.
Yeah, I'm going to plug something in the chat. I hope you guys don't mind me doing it. You guys are familiar with Scarlet Road Wrestling, right?
That's right.
Yeah, big fan right here. This is why the stream is ending at the top of the hour. Scarlet Road Wrestling presents Money Shot. I see you sick right over there. I see you. That's the real. That's the name. That's the name. It's not a joke. What's so funny? Oh, fuck. Y'all let him in this rumble?
It's okay, he didn't win. He was a wild card entrant.
Y'all let him in this rumble?
Again, he didn't win.
Okay, cool.
I don't think he had snapped CCL out of existence.
Yeah, in fact, he did not. In fact, he did the next weekend. No, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, this Rumble's on April 7th.
I guess he was mad that he. I guess he was a little bit upset at that point that he couldn't keep it up in the Rumble.
So don't worry, I'll be taking me and my team will be taking care of that big piece of shit over there in about 7. Fuck, how many days is it? It's 5 days.
Do it for Sergeant Arturo Loco then.
Oh, I will do it for him too. Oh, Brad, I admire your spirit, dude, but.
What did Brad say?
I said, oh, snap. Well, this got good. I was saying I admire Bradley Reynolds' spirit and going head up with Thanos, but yeah. This just got interesting real quick.
Malik, how did you react when you saw the air place against Zack Star at Infinity?
I wasn't surprised, but I was pretty excited about it, honestly. And I thought it was a good pick. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you.
I think Aaron Anderson's going to be the VWU World Champion at some point.
I think so too.
I agree. I think it's only a matter of time before the Iron Man gets another opportunity at that VWU title.
That's like a. I don't know if we're. It sucks we'll never get to see it. Considering considering the situation and everything. Aaron Anderson versus Thanos.
Well, this is the closest you're ever going to get to seeing it.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, y'all. Y'all never gonna see that match because he's going bye-bye in a week.
This Thanos is from your Earth, isn't that correct, Eddie? Because I mean, he never took your challenge for the WWE Championship until now.
Yeah, apparently, in my, I was, beating the absolute piss out of me last night. Told me he never wanted the Universal title in the first place. He just wanted to see me suffer. So, I'm going to make sure he suffers. I'm going to make sure he suffers until his last breath.
If that's the Thanos from yours, where's the Thanos from ours?
You're not seriously suggesting...
There's another Thanos.
You're not seriously suggesting that, are you?
I mean, it's possible. Who knows? Maybe this Thanos, maybe the Thanos is like chilling out somewhere, chilling out in the garden somewhere.
That's a horrifying idea.
But either way, right now this is the Thanos that needs to be stopped. The one with, and he will be stopped.
I will after the beating I took last night. I plan on destroying his ass.
If I remember, this is where things start to get really crazy.
I mean,
oh snap! Aaron Anderson just gave Soul Reaper a brain buster and
Reaper kicked up.
What the hell? And so Soul Reaper didn't go out. Artsy Will, is it possible that Thanos cloned himself and went back in time to write the reader? I really hope not. I really hope not, Will.
Here's a man who last year at Prestige had a huge opportunity, walked out as the SG, ultimately failed, but still it was quite the opportunity. Sherman Sampson walked out with both that and the CCL championship. And unfortunately also retired Gregory Black in the process.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Trey Steele, like to, take something from Jim Ross, a real blue chipper.
Chris, very cruelly reminded me that you better let your team help you out kicking Thanos' ass. You can't do that shit by yourself. Oh my God! Did Soul Reaper just land his head on? Oh my God!
Reaper's taking a few bumps to the head. Probably why he's acting the way he is lately.
Most of them is because
oh my God!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
All of us lost our mind on that one. Oh, it gets better though.
Wait, it doesn't.
It gets better.
It doesn't.
No!
Oh my God! It does get better.
That's right. Here's a match we can talk about now.
The man, the myth, the Goldberg. Holy shit!
That's right, and let's not forget who Goldberg taking on the Prestige. Jason Voorhees. Someone's going to die in that match.
Is that figuratively die or literally die?
Yes.
You're not helping.
Yes. That's all you need to know is yes. I actually wonder who at this point in that match will have the uphill battle between Goldberg and Voorhees. One person had an undefeated streak that pretty much defined the 90s professional wrestling. The other one is an undead serial killer.
And apparently a legend in virtual wrestling.
Yeah, we tend to have a lot of serial killers, legends in virtual wrestling. Let's look at Thanos.
Well, history's always shown us. Oh my! History's always shown us they make the best.
Oh man, there's another match we'll probably never get to see. Goldberg versus Thanos. I'm sorry, you ain't gonna get to see it. Because Thanos ain't going to be around at the end of the week.
And hopefully not the other way around is the reason why we're not going to get to see it.
At MTV, we're not... Oh, shit. That's Goldberg he just tossed around like that. Chris, we got this. We got this, thanks. Your advice is appreciated, though. But thank you.
Oh, Lord. Man who can be competing at Prestige 2 for the Heart Gold Championship in that 6-man match. I think the last thing we need is Pantheon arguing, look, we have one of the top titles in Virtual Wrestling United. Breeze is already a member of Pantheon, so they already have the call title. The last thing we need is for Rex to get the Heart Gold Championship.
Yeah, he'll show up like he always do.
I take it you have no love for the for the Pantheon.
Malik's had a few run-ins.
I got no love for it. I have no love for a bunch of cowards that gotta hide that hides behind Preza's skirt half the time.
But didn't you used to team with one of those guys?
Yeah. But no, honestly, with everything that happened with the family and Pantheon, I got no respect for Rex because anybody that wants to call themselves a god, they're always the ones that are the hardest to fall, you know. And consider this. No, consider this MDB. I beat him with every member of Pantheon at ringside. What does that tell you about your fearless leader?
Well, I can already tell you what Thanos thinks of it. Picking him up like a rag doll.
Then again, you can sort of pick up anybody like a rag doll, right? More or less.
Thanos is the size of Pluto. His shoulders.
Jesus fuck.
His shoulders are the size of 2 comets. Of course, he can pick body up.
And his arms swing with the force. Oh boy.
That's how that goes.
The wild card entrant, Terry Bogard.
You know what I'd like to see? Going back to an earlier conversation, Terry Bogard answered the Tommy Ventura challenge.
Oh, that would be a good match.
That would be. Terry Bogard's a legend in his own right.
after his retirement from ACL, Terry Bogard, I believe we can say this honestly, has reached legend status in wrestling.
I mean, true. Even before ACL, he had a really amazing run in Call. So,
But that feud with Spike really boosted his status to legendary.
oh yeah, most definitely.
And hell, I would actually like to see Terry one day become VWU World Champion. Just add to the legend.
Terry's a free agent now, isn't he? Pretty much. This is.
Actually, he's representing UCWL these days.
Huh. Oh my god! Oh my god! Goldberg! Goldberg! Goldberg is stuck out with Thanos! Holy shit!
Never underestimate Goldberg's jackhammer.
Why did I pick him?
Because he's gonna be too. Oops.
Oh my god! I was talking about this dude earlier. I didn't think he was in this rumble. Fucking king!
The SCAW champion. He's still SCAW champion as of today, isn't he?
I think he is actually.
My apologies to Lone Star.
So someone in the chat is King still SCAW champion? I think he is.
Again,
I'm
apologies to
almost.
Lone Star.
Yeah, sorry, Lone Star, if you're watching this. No!
Oh.
No! You fuck! You fuck!
Well, it's a good thing you didn't pick King for it.
Yeah, that would not been good.
To answer your question, yes, King is still champion. According to the chat. He was challenged by Ichigo.
Maybe you should have replaced Bowser with Captain Falcon with Bogart. No.
Well, here's the thing about Bowser and Captain Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
That's a scary dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, one half of the Battle Pro Campeonatos de Playoffs, which is the tag team championships of Battle Pro My League, and the Sinclair Killer, one half of the Black Cathedral. This is Gabriel.
Oh, wait. So Sinclair Killers, it's not like
He killed Johnny Sinclair. He killed him. He's dead.
He killed a guy?
He killed a guy.
He killed a guy?
In the middle of the ring. He overbombed Johnny Sinclair.
He killed a guy!
He powerbombed Johnny Sinclair.
This is virtual wrestling. There are people die all the time.
Like, he overbombed Johnny Sinclair, and Sinclair's neck hit all three of the ropes on the way down so hard, and then he did it again, and Johnny Sinclair hasn't been seen since.
He killed a guy.
Yeah. And guess what? On the festival block of Battle Pro, him and his partner Martis are in tag team action. Against Suplex Mountain.
Oh my god. What the
Ladies
fuck?
and gentlemen, I think I got the killing time.
What the fuck? We're just talking about, this Gabriel dude sick. Whoa! I kind of feel I kind of feel you shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Well, now I need to book Goldberg versus Duncan.
What you were saying?
Do you have any advice for Matt Farrow before he fights Duncan at the VWU Prestige block?
Life is an endless struggle filled with wins and losses. And if you consider yourself already dead, what have you got to lose?
What?
Thanos just eliminated Duncan.
He just threw his ass out like it was nothing.
Duncan may be Duncan, but Thanos is a mad tyrant. Is a mad tyrant. So
Mad Titan.
mad titan. Jesus still. Jesus than God. Oh. Lights are out.
Well, considering that we know what the main event in Prestige is, yes, exactly what's going to happen here.
Oh.
Winner of the Infinity Rumble.
Oh, fuck.
Note. I want you to note this, Eddie.
He didn't just win this. He went on to defeat the other two Rumble winners, GD and Superman,
with a bad arm.
Malik, you're gonna have to target that arm like crazy in order to stay down.
Hey, Chris just asked me a question.
Same could be said if Zach Starr's listening to this. Do the same thing.
Hey, Chris just asked me a question that is of great interest to him. Any early hints on who Jamari will be facing at the New Dawn Pro Block?
We have no idea.
I will give him an idea.
Oh.
Yeah. It's no longer my choice. You see, out of the goodness of my heart, I passed along that decision to the man he originally challenged, VPOC. So he will be picking your opponent tomorrow.
Have fun with that.
By the way,
good luck, buddy.
Goldberg is got like a second.
Good luck, buddy.
Oh no, Goldberg's out! Goldberg's out!
That's right, Thanos eliminated him.
God damn it!
Jamari versus Storm.
Someone please eliminate him! Anyone!
Oh.
Even one arm, even that one arm. Oh my God!
One arm, baby. One arm, and he did that.
Oh fuck! Hey, Gabriel just knocked Van Dam. Oh my God!
I like how this came down to two Battle Pro guys.
Yeah.
On the other hand, that's how I felt last year when Cash and Ventura, the last two in the first VW World Title qualifier, Prestige won. So I have no room to talk about being ultimately excited.
Blazing Castillo's Jamari versus Snorlax. Oh boy, you better hope VPOC is not that cruel, dude.
Thanks to VWU. This man. Where the hell did he come from? He is one. You gotta think Jamal Bedlam is one big win away from reaching main event status. He's already gonna be a. He could already be a main eventer if he beats JC Wolf.
Right. I'm high on this cat.
Plus, he's going to be a part of my team at that Infinity War. Oh my God! Not a good start for Jamal.
Does anyone mind me interrupting and coming in right here?
Quick!
Right at the end, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hit your little wide here. Sorry I'm late, guys.
Hey, better late than never.
Yeah, Eddie Mack, Universal Champion.
Hi.
MTB. Elite.
By the way, real quick before we go, we have a Twitter, twitter.com/VW United, and we have a Facebook.
Virtual Wrestling United Facebook page as well.
Just look us up. We're there.
And of course, stay tuned to the VW Universe page, where we also post announcements first, where you can catch them first. Also, don't forget to join the VW Discord.
Yeah,
we're always here. We're always hanging out.
And you know what? Should I put a link in? Should I drop the link?
Drop the link on Facebook. Oh my God.
Oh dear.
There is one more match we have to talk about at Prestige.
And
it involves this man. Dominator versus El Navino.
That should be an interesting match. Dominator's a big dude.
Time in the making.
So, El Novino, who it was, I think, is a former, he was a former cruiserweight champion with your company, right, MCB?
Oh, 229.
That's right. Just recently lost the title at Revolution 4 to Evan O'Shea, which I know makes Malik smile. Not because Navino lost, but because O'Shea won.
Of course, because O'Shea won.
In a sense, it's going to be, your pure power versus speed matchup. Am I allowed to say that?
Pretty much. Oh!
Don't underestimate Dominator. He's got some speed, and he's got some speed on his own.
Yeah, and the man's record, I believe, former UCCW World Champion.
Uh-huh. Oh!
As a matter of fact, you know what? There is no argument. Dominator is the face of UCCW. Just as El Navino is the face of AWAC.
Oh, that should be it. So you got like two people that are like the face of their companies. They've been,
Indeed, with some bad online.
Oh shit!
Between the two over the years, they're putting aside their differences finally to have themselves a classic match at Virtual Wrestling United Prestige.
We're finally getting the fight we've been waiting for. To think about this, this was Vindication, if I remember right.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, it's been, a long while, and I've probably had a bit too much to drink already. You're gonna need it this week. But, this match, when I was calling it, this was crazy.
Concussion Symphony.
Sympathy.
Indeed. I'm looking forward to the AWAC block, too. I can hardly wait to see the classic matchups that will take place on.
The AWAC block, by the way, 4 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday.
Also, I just want to point out.
Balpro's block is right after that.
Exactly. And here's the fun part. Like I said, Gabriel with his partner Martis will be in action.
Mm-hmm.
But Jackie Barnett also put it in. It's in there. We're gonna continue this best of 5 series between James Dark and Vin Taylor.
What?
And it's gonna be Vin Taylor versus James Dark.
Uh-huh.
Match. I think it's match
4.
Match 4.
Match 4. Best of 5, and this time he's given word it's gonna be in a steel cage, just so the fall does not interfere.
Ooh! A cage!
Okay. And can I say that's an X factor for Finn Taylor this entire weekend? This entire week upcoming. He's got to go into a steel cage with James Dark, one of the most notorious competitors in, virtual wrestling history.
Mm-hmm.
The OG Dark, the OG Destroyer.
Yeah. He's also being hunted by the Fall, very openly.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know if that's going to pop up.
Wherever Vin goes, the Fall follows.
And then, should he make it through all that, and should we make it through everything?
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, Vin will not go out.
Yeah, Vin wouldn't go out. But think about this. He goes against two of the best in Malik. He goes against two of the best in virtual wrestling in Malik and Sackstar.
Oh yeah, Hit Kid. Since you were here, I'm gonna go ahead and tell this, ladies and gentlemen. If you were not here to hear this, I'm just gonna point this out now. Virtual Wrestling United Most Wanted Tournament, 128 competitors.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, Malik, I believe this is the first time you're hearing about this.
Dear God.
Well, we do it big here, am I allowed to say it?
Very big.
Speaking of big, this looks like it's gonna be a big lariat here from Vin Taylor, and oof.
Oh.
Fresh.
Think about that. He did that lariat with the weakened arm, with the bandaged arm. But was that a cast or was that bandaged? I can't remember on the
I think it was a cast.
It was a cast, and with the cast, it's more effective.
Oh, there we go.
There it was.
Vin Taylor wins the Infinity Rumble on an event called Vindicate. Oh, y'all gave away the ending of the show with the title, didn't you?
No, anyone could have won, to be honest.
Anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of fitting in the end, if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
regardless of that fact, Virtual Wrestling United will be presenting 2, and that man, Vin Taylor, is going to be in the main event.
Chris, I'll post the news. Thanks.
So Malik, do you have any messages before we go off the air?
I'm gonna let my actions speak at Prestige too.
Short and sweet.
And with that, everybody, y'all want to say good? Oh, I forgot that this. Oh my God, is that how it ends?
I have one more message.
Oh, go on.
Oh.
Apparently, I got a text message.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Carmen. She says, "Go see Money Shot right now."
Oh, yeah, do that. Definitely do that.
Indeed, tune into SRW Money Shot right now.
The only things the higher won't get.
After this. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, well, I've been MTV HKK Virtual Wrestling United. See you guys during the Prestige Festival and, of course, at Prestige 2.